Do you know the greatest tragedy of the modern woman? We have forgotten how to live in our bodies. We have relocated into our heads, into this endless, noisy metropolis of thoughts, plans, anxieties, and to-do lists. You wake up, and you're already rushing somewhere. You force yourself to be strong, to keep everything under control. You smile when you just want to cry. You say yes when everything inside you is screaming no. And with every such betrayal of yourself, with every swallowed resentment, your body contracts. It turns to stone. Remember that feeling, as if deep inside, somewhere in your lower belly, there is a heavy, cold stone. This isn't just exhaustion. This is the frozen energy of your life, your blocked luck. Did you know that our bodies see no difference between chasing a deadline and fleeing from a predator? When you live in your head and your to-do lists, your brain constantly signals danger. At that moment, the sympathetic nervous system kicks in. Blood is diverted away from your pelvic organs toward the muscles in your arms and legs, so you can run or fight. Your Svadhisthana is literally being starved of blood. It is biologically impossible to be magnetic, creative, and relaxed when your body is in survival mode. The numbness in your lower abdomen isn't a metaphor. It is a real vascular spasm. And as long as this spasm exists, you broadcast a signal of lack and struggle to the world. Luck doesn't come to those who are running. Luck is the prerogative of the relaxation system, the parasympathetic nervous system. We must literally trick our brain by returning blood and attention to our sacral center, so the world can see us once again, not as a soldier, but as a woman. Why do ancient texts link the second chakra specifically to the element of water? Look at water. It doesn't fight the stone. It flows around it. It takes the shape of any vessel, yet remains itself. In alchemy, Svadhisthana is our inner ocean. If the water stagnates, it turns into a swamp. These are our old resentments. If it freezes, it turns into ice. This is our control. A woman whose Svadhisthana is flowing possesses an incredible gift: magnetism. She doesn't need to knock on closed doors. She creates such a field of fluidity that the right opportunities drift to her shores on their own. We are not here to build a life. We are here to allow life to flow through us. And the first step is to admit that your control is just a dam that it's time to open. In sacred geometry, your womb space is point zero, the place where void transforms into matter. It is where not only children are born, but also meanings, projects, and your personal reality. Research in psychosomatics shows that the lower abdomen is a woman's emotional brain. Every suppressed no, every swallowed tear settles right here in the form of micro-tensions. You can work with a therapist for years, but if you don't release the body, the memory of pain remains in your cells. Today's practice is more than just breathing. It is an act of liberating your sacred space from everything that is not you. It is a deep, foundational cleaning of your most important temple. We were never taught this. We were told to work on our abs, but they forgot to tell us the most important thing: your feminine power, your intuition, and your abundance live in your sacral center, in your sacred womb space, in your womb. In the ancient tradition of yoga, this center does not correspond to Muladhara, the first chakra of survival and struggle. Your center is Svadhisthana. The second, sacral chakra, whose element is water. It is the realm of pleasure, magnetism, creativity, and ease. It is your inner source of fluidity, the ability to move through life without breaking yourself, but flowing around obstacles, just as water flows around stones. It is exactly this fluid center that absorbs all the blows, All the stress of carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders freezes your water, turning it into ice. Your center contracts. But what has frozen can melt. Your body is infinitely wise. Right now, it is waiting for you to remember your true, fluid nature. And today, we will return to it together. If you are listening to this in the evening, right before sleep, this is the perfect time. Slip under the covers, get as cozy as possible, and allow yourself to completely release this day. But even if it's the middle of the day and you are rushing somewhere, just stop. Gift yourself these few minutes. Sit down. If you can, close your eyes. Place both palms on your lower abdomen over the Svadhisthana area, one hand resting on top of the other. Feel the warmth of your own hands. Feel that beneath these hands lies your deepest source, your home, the place you can always return to. Silently say to yourself, I see you. I am here. You no longer need to defend yourself. Take a soft, deep breath, and as you exhale, release the tension from your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let go of your shoulders. Allow them to drop heavily, as if a massive weight has just been lifted from them. And now, imagine that you are breathing not with your lungs. Imagine that your inhale begins deep down in your lower belly, in your womb, in your fluid center of Svadhisthana. Take a slow breath in, and imagine pure, golden, warm light entering right into your center. It touches the places that have been clenched for years. It fills them with softness. And on the exhale, breathe out all the tension through that very same center. Imagine the heavy, gray energy leaving, like ice melting. Inhale through Svadhisthana. Light, warmth, the permission to feel. Exhale. Pain, control, the fear of being imperfect. Let it go. Breathe it out into the earth. The earth will absorb it all. Keep breathing. Inhale. You are filling your center with a soft, enveloping energy. Feel the warmth spreading through your pelvis. Feel your back relaxing. Exhale. You release the need to control everything. You are safe. Your water is flowing once again. Take one last, deepest breath in. And as you exhale, gently stretch, returning to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Do you feel the difference? Do you feel this softness, this stillness inside? This is your true state. The state of a fortunate, abundant woman who lives from her Svadhisthana. From this state, there is no need to fight the world. In this state, the world itself brings you its very best. To anchor this state on the physical level, write in the comments right now, I choose to live in ease. Our collective field of depth. Now we'll hear you and support you. Thank you for the courage to go into your depth. Return to this practice whenever you need an anchor. Embracing you with my heart. See you in the next videos.